What is going on? Today's video, we're going to talk about how to make your 5.7 HEMI RAM faster than a Trackhawk.
So let's see what Nick can do with a weight difference of over 4,000 pounds.
Modifications obviously to get to where the Trackhawk is stock. Stock Trackhawks run, from what I've seen, anywhere from 11.3 to high 11s. Most of them, in the average, I think it's like an 11.5, 11.6, and that is in my truck right now, literally exactly what I was running. The only time I did run 11.6 is when I was spun a little bit off the line. I'm also four-wheel drive, but I do run my truck at the track in two-wheel drive for less stress on the drivetrain, and I can run a skinny tire up front, bigger tire in the rear. Get a big enough tire, it's gonna hook. So let's go over the basic mods that you're gonna need. First thing you're gonna need is full bolt-ons. You're gonna need headers, full exhaust. Sorry about the glare, guys. I'm driving home from work. Headers, full exhaust, and a tune. But the number one thing you are going to need to make this all possible, in my opinion, if you're a bigger truck like me, I mean, some trucks have been close. Like, I know a 5.7 NA four-door, four-wheel drive truck that's actually went 11.7s, and that's Rick Spellman. He ran that, and that's the record holder. But my truck has gone 11.50s in some not-so-good air. So first thing I would say is you're going to need, if you really want to get running with one on the top end also, is a supercharger. That is almost basically not a must, but to really get that mid-11 in a 5,000 plus pound truck, because that's what I'm weighing in, even in race weights, 5,000 pounds, you're going to need a supercharger. And so here's my mods that I have on my truck right now. And yes, I am Whipple supercharged. You're going to let you hear it right now. Little baby pull, 8.5 pounds of boost. I'm running stock pulley on my Whipple. So run down the mod list, what you're going to need to really get to where a Trackhawk is at stock level. Now, long tube headers, full exhaust, I would say catless, custom tune, Whipple supercharger, Pro Charger. Any really good supercharger is going to get you there. You know, even the Torque Storm is going to get you some good numbers. If you're running a centrifugal, I would suggest, without a doubt, getting a big stall. A big stall, or even any kind of stall with a centrifugal, is going to get you that more torque off the line. A Whipple, you don't really need a big stall, but when I was NA, I had one, and it's launching me at like 4,500 RPMs off the line, just smashing it off idle. Got people asking me to load up on the converter. I don't really need to do that. The second I hit the throttle, it's instant torque, and when I hit the throttle, it's at 4,000 RPMs. I have a 4,000 Circle D 4,000 stall in mine, so it flashes a little higher than that with the Whipple on, which is, you know, that's what it is. Now, gearing, I have the lowest. I have what you want to call the highest gearing, I guess you could say, the lowest 321s. You don't need 392s to be that fast. Everyone wants to say it's so much better, you're running this much faster. You're not. I'm going to tell you that right now, you're not. I've ran even NA times that most 392 guys haven't even ran what I've ran, even with 321s and the same mods, and I actually had a little bit less mods. So don't get that twisted. But being supercharged, the best gears are 321, or I'll say 355. That's my my opinion on that. I think they're going to run your best to get off the line. I think 392s is going to be too much gearing with a Whipple. So let's That's something good to go on there. The 6/4 truck manifold, if you can get the Supercharger for that, I'd probably, probably for that kit, maybe probably get the 6/4 kit for it because of the way the intake is, or you can customize some piping if you're doing Supercharger. But yeah, if you have a centrifugal, get a nice ported any kind of better manifold. Obviously, the Whipple comes with its own manifold, or any PD blower is going to come with its own manifold. So I also have the big Whipple 102mm throttle body, which I think, from what I'm hearing, actually gives you a little bit more boost, which you're sucking in a lot more air because you're only supposed to get about 7.5, maybe 7 to 8. I'm pushing a little bit more than that on the stock pulley. I get 8.5. I do peak at 9 if it's really cold out, but most of the time, like 1000 DA, like 60 to 70 degrees, we're running 8.5 pounds of boost. So I'm also canned and I have ported heads. Do I really think that helped as much as it would if I was NA? I don't think it did. I don't think so. I don't think it did as much as it was when I was NA, because my cam is also a big NA cam. It's low B. It has a lot of, I don't know the greatest spec on cams, but it's low B and stuff like that, and it chops. So I don't know if the cam that I got is better. If I got a lower cam, then yeah, you definitely would be better for my better. Yeah, it'd be better with a blower. And ported heads, obviously, I think that with more air you're getting in, yes. Ported heads, cam, full bolt-ons. Those are the mods you're going to need to really run that time. I think that I could have ran a little bit faster. What I did, I ran 11.5, basically with the Whipple on, and I also ran that on race gas. I ran MS109 11.5. I ran 11.9 on 93. Very, very low. This is also, for me, very low timing. Like if I had a different compression, we could have went faster, because my tuner, Jay Greene, he could have turned up the timing more to where, a little bit better to what we could have done. But I am actually a little bit higher compression in my truck because my heads are milled a little bit. So that does help with the race gas, obviously. But on 93, it was not a big significant difference. I'm not going to lie and say it was. Put it on race gas, it turned this truck into an absolute animal, because you can turn the timing up to what it is. So we are building the motor in my truck. About to order some forged rods, pistons, getting a Whipple design cam from Jay. We're doing it, getting a lower pulley. We're going to run about 12 pounds of boost. I talked to Jay about that. So 12 pounds of boost is where I think it's safe with the transmission. Like if I wanted to really, I could fucking, being fully forged, throw a small pulley on there, 3.0, 275, and send it to the moon. You know what I mean? Run 16 pounds of boost or so, and they would make insane power, especially on race gas. I ain't even go around this guy. He's driving so slow here. Give me a second, fellas. That's the other thing. Hit the gas, you're already at 110, not even looking. That's one cool thing. But on the top end, I feel like from doing a lot of video comparison and watching what Trackhawks they top out at, I top out higher than they do. My max mile an hour was 119, almost 120 on one of them. I averaged high 117 to a 118. That was my average on race gas. But you know what I mean. They're also, you got to realize, they're also pushing more boost from the factory. They're pushing 11.5, 11.6 as they say. I'm pushing 8.5 pounds of boost. Like say I put that motor obviously in my truck with that exact setup, I'd run a lot faster because of the way mine's set up. I have a 15-inch rear conversion to fit a 15-inch tire, lightweight tire, to put a big tire on the rear, because I've broken in four-wheel drive at the track, so it makes me very, very nervous to go to the track and run in four-wheel drive, because I wheel hopped and sheared off the transmission output shaft, and I don't want that happening again. During the street, I do, if I'm like doing a dig from the street, yes, I'll put it in four-wheel drive and do a street dig. doable with some bolt-ons. I know not everyone can go out and afford a supercharger, and they're not cheap. 7-8 grand plus, so you know what I mean. But there's guys out there on all NA setups running mid to low 11s all day long. And actually, some guys broken 10s. Kyle Tingle, congratulations again. A couple guys are running 11.0s, 11.1s. Don't get me wrong; these guys are basically full-on drag trucks, Rams, and they're single cab, 2-wheel drive. I'm a 4-door, 4-wheel drive. They weigh 4,000, 4,100 pound race weight. I'm well over 5,000 in my race weight, and that's me taking all the seats out and everything else. It's a big, heavy pickup truck. It weighs more than an SUV. It's a heavy pickup truck. So I do take the seats out, run skinnies, run up a 15-inch wheel on the front. I'm at 15-inch wheel on the rear to get the full potential of this. And at the track, this thing, it rips. It absolutely rips. I do 1.560 foots in it, and we're trapping almost 120 miles an hour on stock bottom end assist. Once we build the motor, we're running, like I said, we're going to be running about 12 pounds of boost. Jay can turn up the timing. We're doing a 9.5 to 1 compression. That's my goal with it. And we're going to see what we can get out of it, man. I'm thinking, I don't see why 10s can't easily be done. I'm thinking, possibly a mid-10. Once we we're turning the boost up 4 pounds. So that's the pulley I ordered. I got a pulley 4 pounds more than what I have now, plus more timing, lower compression. So lower compressions to make so we can turn it up more. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be like crazy low compared to me. I'm not like crazy high either, but I think we can easily run mid-10s this coming, on the stock trans coming up right now. If nothing breaks, let's go with that. If nothing breaks. So, guys, that's what it takes to, take out a Trackhawk. I have not raced any stock Trackhawks. I would really like to be honest with you, before I built the motor to see where I'm at. You know what I mean? Once I build the motor, and I'm running, say I do run a 10.5, I would like to get some modified Trackhawk. It'd be good, man, because we're both big, heavy vehicles, and have some fun out there, fellas. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit like on the video, comment, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Smash!